Hello everybody, it's Bangkok Ian here. Yes, only a couple of days since my last video. Bit of an update though. Alcohol is finally able to be bought again as of this morning. After I made my last video on Friday, late afternoon, early evening, the Thai government announced that they will be relaxing their alcohol rules. So I'm going to buy some more beers tomorrow. So apparently you can go out to the shops now and buy beer, but restaurants reopen today and there's strict social distancing measures, and unfortunately there's a strict no consumption of alcohol policy in all restaurants in Thailand. So I'm dying to go out and have a meal. I probably will do this week, but it'll just be purely just eating. No wine, no beer can be consumed on the premises. You'll have to get pissed before and then go out, something like that. So yeah, that's some good news. And we just got a new pet. It's really nice. It's like this little, what's it called, the sugar rider or sugar dancer or something. It's a marsupial. It's really nice. I posted pictures on my Twitter and my Facebook. It's absolutely lovely. And what else have I been doing? I've been watching a lot of Danester streams. Now, if you aren't subscribed to Danester, I'll leave a link to his channel below. Sorry, he does a nightly stream. Unfortunately, he starts it at like 9-10 o'clock UK time. So I'm never around to catch it live, because that equates to like 2-3 p.m. in the morning in Thailand time. So I can't, and I don't watch them live, but I always watch them the next day, and they're really excellent streams, all with some brilliant guests. He had the two fat bastards on a couple of weeks ago, and that was absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I don't know how he does it, but every night it's a really good show. So I strongly recommend, if you aren't subscribed to Danester, give him a sub, and you'll love his lockdown streams, he calls them. They're really good, really funny as well. But this video, it's VR to Chris, Novabug, and it's the 25th Friday Foursome, and that's a monumentous event. Well done to Chris. He's got a brilliant channel. I used to do his Friday Foursome video responses all the time, but I sort of went off YouTube, and especially went off appearing in front of the camera. But with a lack of social distance, lack of social interaction, I should say, yeah, I'm finding YouTube to be a really big help these days. So I'm watching a lot of streams by different YouTubers. As I said, that's how I came across Danester's channel and his stream, and I found so many great channels on his streams. Really good. But anyway, let's get back to this Friday Foursome. This is about, let's get it the right way up first. This is Friday Foursome number 25, Gaming Disappointments. Now, I'm not going to list any individual games on this. This is for general big disappointments for me. So let's get started, shall we? But I've got to have a swig of beer first. Oh. My third beer today. I've got 3 more cans left. Definitely going to buy some more tomorrow. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, the first gaming disappointment is the infamous Red Ring of Death fiasco that Microsoft had. Remember when the Xbox 360 came out? It was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was the best thing ever at the time. And then they started to overheat. And I went through not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. I went through 5 Xbox 360s here in Thailand. And the worst thing is, because Microsoft have never officially supported the Xbox 360 or the Xbox brand over here, I could not get them repaired. It would cost far more just to send them back to the UK. They were all UK machines because the Xbox, they were stupid and region locked all their consoles. That's not on there, but it should. So yeah, I went through 5 bloody Xbox 360s because design flaw in the design of the 360. There was so much packed inside the console. That's why the power brick was outside. They couldn't fit it inside because there was so much, admittedly, great hardware inside, but because there was so much hardware and the actual body of the console was so small, the bloody thing would overheat and it would lead to a red ring of death, which would lead to a dud console. So yeah, that was extremely annoying for me in the last decade. As I said, 5 of these fucking things I went through. So yeah, that's my gaming disappointment. I'll say it was disappointment. Gaming disappointment number 1. And sticking with Microsoft, let's get another swig. Gaming disappointment number 2 was the fiasco over the Xbox One when that came out. Do you remember that? That stupid announcement where they showed the Xbox One to the world and how it was a complete and utter fiasco. Remember they had that draconian DRM when you couldn't, originally they were supposed to ban all second-hand used games because when you inserted a disc, because you had to go online, the serial number of the disc would be logged, so you could give your disc to a mate, but he could only play it for an hour because originally the Xbox One you're supposed to log on every day as a DRM measure. Absolute balls up by Microsoft. And remember when you first got the Xbox One in those days, Kinect was mandatory, and there were all the security concerns about that. And and also don't forget how crap Kinect games were. I mean, they never bloody worked. Really unresponsive, and Kinect was an absolute waste of time. And their focus on TV. I remember Don Matrick getting out on that stage and he's saying, TV, TV, TV. Oh God, all that did was, it just meant that it was under spec compared to the PlayStation 4. So, because they had to include the cost of the Kinect and all, and the video in and the video out and all the TV stuff, just meant that Sony just waltzed straight in after they had a rough start with the PlayStation 3 in the last time as well. So they just walked in with the PlayStation 4 and the rest has been history. Microsoft has been playing catch up ever since, and I'm hoping the Xbox Series X is a return to form. I still play my Xbox One, but nowhere near as much as my PlayStation 4. And I'm not going to get the upgraded one because I'm going to wait for the new consoles, PlayStation 5 and the Series X to come out, and let's see. So yeah, that's number 2. That was the debacle of the original Xbox One, or the X-Bone as I affectionately call it. So number 3, let's see. This is not Microsoft. The next 2, one for Nintendo and another one, my last one is for Sony. Number 3 is about the piss poor state of Virtual Console on Nintendo. Now, I love my Switch, and I pay for the Nintendo Online, and with that you get access to a certain amount of NES. And about 6 months ago, or something like that, they finally launched SNES games on there. But I mean, it's just a massive disappointment because think about it, Nintendo have got the greatest back catalogue of any game company. They've got, going back to the 8-bit and the 16-bit, and you got the Nintendo N64, and you got the GameCube, and you got the Wii. Why do we only have NES and SNES games? I mean, Nintendo, they could raise their, I would gladly pay more. I would pay more as an extra. Forget about the online stuff. I would pay as a service to have a library of all the Nintendo classics, from not just the NES and the SNES, but from the N64 and the GameCube and the Wii and the Wii U. I would absolutely love that, and it's a real disappointment that Nintendo, because they've had such a massive success with the Switch, they're not paying as much attention to their classic library as they should. And yeah, because I can play them on anything, but I don't want to. I want to play my Nintendo games on the Nintendo platform. And the games that are on the Switch, the NES and SNES games, they are really good. They've been, some of them have been modified to have extra features, and you've got various snapshots and things like that. And it's great what they're doing, but they could just do so much more with their catalogue. I mean, why? I would kill for Metroid Prime to get re-released on Virtual Console, and so many great N64 games that I hope, like F-Zero X, please, and Star Fox 64. Oh, I would love for that, for Nintendo to take a bit more care, a bit more TLC with their back catalogue on the Switch. So that's number 3. My final part of the foursome, and this is a big disappointment for me. It was the failure of the PS Vita. Now, I loved my PS Vita. I got it when it first came out. Unfortunately, the damn thing and all my games, all my physical games, got nicked, and I've never ever bought another one because I lost like 30 odd games for it. So I was really pissed off. So yeah, and I couldn't prove who it was. I suspect he was something to do with the maid that I have at the time, but I could never prove it, so nothing I could do about it. But looking back, what a magnificent piece of gaming hardware the PlayStation Vita was. I mean, it was a PlayStation 3 in pocket size. The games were just as good, if not, they looked better on the screen. And it was like an early attempt at the Switch in that I had you could like play it on get like a video out thing and display it on a TV, and you could link it up to your PlayStation 4. It was amazing. And there's Uncharted games there, and the original lineup of games for PlayStation Vita for the first couple of years. Absolutely brilliant library, but they just didn't sell, and that's been a real shame, and that allowed Nintendo to come in to the Switch and just clean up. And I wish Sony would revisit another hardware, because I had the PSP, I had the PSP Go, I had the Vita, and it's just a shame that they're just letting Nintendo just rule the roost with the handheld market. You know, I would just love PlayStation to come out with another hardware, and it's a massive disappointment for me with what they did and how the Switch failed. I mean, it's still going, but you don't get any AAA titles. It's mainly just indies that you get now, and it's a real shame. But there we go. That's my Friday foursome. And yeah, I must say I'm really enjoying making these videos. It's my form of social interaction with the world right now, because I'm facing another week of working from home. As I said, things have started to open now. Restaurants have opened and various other shops have opened. But yeah, it's going to be done very, very slowly and gradually. Like the bars, all the Nanas, Soy Cowboys and other dens of iniquities, they're a long way from opening yet. So yeah, so there we go. that's my VR. That's my new Friday foursome. Hope you enjoyed it. And that's all from me for now then. Thanks for watching. Cheers.